Welcome back, everyone. I've got the flu, so apologies if my voice sounds not normal during this video and the last video, but here we are. This is City Skylines 2. Today, we have an exciting discussion planned for you. We're diving headfirst into the significance of front yard shops and corner stores in our communities and how they help create a sense of place. More importantly, we'll explore how you can replicate those real-world ideas and charm in Cities Skylines 2. We'll do this by strategically utilizing commercial zoning on street corners alongside a residential suburban zoning. So settle in, because we've got an incredible journey ahead, unearthing the heart of neighborhood commerce and how you can add character to suburban neighborhoods. So let's talk about corner shops and front yard businesses. These small businesses offer more than mere convenience. They embody a sense of community where neighbors congregate and people can come to get to know the people that make up their community, while also supplying people with essential goods. Front yard shops transcend commerce and can act as social hubs where people gather, share stories, and build connections that go beyond basic transactions. So how can we implement all of this in City Skylines 2? Let's start with strategic commercial and residential zoning sizes that you can easily implement into your suburban areas. When deciding on a location for these commercial pockets, if we use real-world examples, these would best suit the suburbs that surround your downtown or missing middle neighborhoods we created in the last video. Let's start by zoning a 2x2 commercial square that we can designate as a corner store. Think of this as your local cafe or simple grocery store that might even acquire their fruits and vegetables from local farmers. As you can see here, the results, while not being exactly one-to-one visually compared to what we see here in the Strathcona neighborhood of Vancouver, it still works functionally from a simulation standpoint. Now, unfortunately, I've not found a good way yet to craft front yard shops, but maybe this is something asset creators could create, or something that could be implemented into the game in the future. Likewise, if we ever get props, it is something you could detail visually as well. I think the end result does look quite charming and something that will look beautiful in your suburbs. These shops start popping up on street corners complete with awnings, signs, and even sidewalk seating. I think the details that the assets come with for everything we have in City Skylines 2 is a huge step up from Cities 1 and saves us detailers so much time, while also giving beautifully detailed assets to players who prefer the management side over the detailing side. These establishments are more than places to shop. They are bustling community hubs where residents gather to share stories, sip coffee, or simply soak in the local atmosphere. Adding these shops to your city corners not only adds a certain charm, but from a simulation standpoint provides close proximity commercial to suburban residents that they will benefit from. It is also a very easy way to add some history to your cities by carefully choosing which communities you implement this in. But let's not stop there. It's not just about designating commercial zones, it's about fostering a community-centric approach to urban planning. This means developing mixed-use neighborhoods that seamlessly integrate residential and commercial spaces. It's about creating pedestrian-friendly streets with plenty of space for outdoor seating and interaction. By fostering these elements, we can revitalize our virtual cities in City Skylines 2. You can do this through a wide range of options, so let's explore them. When it comes to the roads we use in these communities, my main go-to is the 2-lane road, while also incorporating the alley road we now have in City Skylines 2 in the back area of these shops and homes. The reason I don't suggest pedestrian streets like we introduced in the missing middle areas is because we must factor in safe transport for all. Now, this is an idea I will deep dive on the channel when we have bikes and bike infrastructure, but the idea behind safe streets for all is exactly what it sounds like. No matter what method of transport you want to take, you should be able to get from A to B safely. I would love to see this game implement a Dutch street known as Fietsstraat, which, when translated to English, means cycling street. A Fietsstraat gives priority to cyclists while still allowing car traffic and, in my opinion, is the ideal suburban street that takes into account everyone's method of transit while providing everyone a level of safety and comfort. Like we did with our missing middle communities, let's make sure to incorporate transit. I would love to see this game implement a school bus that we can have connecting this beautiful suburb to the nearby schools. Let's draw 2 bus lanes connecting the suburbs to the downtown and the surrounding schools. I cannot get over how much fun drawing transit lines in City Skylines 2 is. The ability to use waypoints to perfectly direct your buses, as well as a non-info view of it, provides you with so much more precision, which only adds to the realism you can create. Now that transit is connected, let's add some green space. Green spaces are crucial in all communities that make up a city. Going back to Strathcona as an example, we can see a few different varieties of green space as well as community sports integrated into this community. Let's take those ideas and add them here in our virtual community. I discussed this in the last video, but I love crafting custom parks in City Skylines 2, all thanks to the brand new paths. The way they connect flawlessly to sidewalks, but also give you an option to interact with the network and create a pedestrian crossing. If detailing isn't your thing, do not worry. There are plenty of versatile park assets we can use. While I would like to see more realistic parks in the future, similar to this area here in Strathcona, or even this area in Kitsilano, the large city park is a great addition that promotes community through its bandshell stage, while also giving street food vendors spots to sell their products. But let's not forget everyone's favorite furry friends, dogs. A dog park is a great addition to any suburban community, while also providing a sense of place for people as a social hub. I would love to see animations to many of these parks in the future. Imagine seeing dogs running around this park while their owners connect with other people that make up their community, or likewise, imagine an event you need to plan for at the large city park. Lastly, let's not forget to add a space for community sports. I prefer the basketball court or the skate park. As you can see, these green spaces provide places for both kids to spend their time after school or on the weekends, while also providing a space for community sports that help tie this whole community together. And so, there you have it, fellow city builders. The importance of front yard shops and corner stores is immeasurable. As we dive into our first cities in City Skylines 2, let's not forget the charm and vitality these establishments bring to our communities. By strategically placing commercial zones on corners, by nurturing community-centric urban planning, and by appreciating their economic and socio-cultural value, we can ensure that our virtual cities will become vibrant, living entities that we can feel connected to. As always, I want to give a huge thank you to the people that support me over on Patreon and Ko-fi. Disney Dude 1, Shane Turner, Fish Bob, Hey Guy Buddy, Braygard, William Epps, the Yed _ Anthropophagic, the Jonah, Trevor Sabo, Poplar Ponderosa, and Lone Bear CA. Thank you all so much for the support. I'm Canadian Moose Plays. This was City Skylines 2, and I'll catch you all in another video. Happy building, eh?